Hey guys, welcome to Radical Custom Garage. Russ Navarra here. I'm in the process of working on the sandblaster. Do some grinding. I'm got this little item here that I made. I'm going to take a hole saw, drill the center of that, screw this in to the top side of the sandblast cabinet, welded in all the way around. Your sand media will go down through here. I have another fitting. This is going to fit on the bottom side of, once I get this welded in, get it the right way here. This is going to let the media go down inside. I'll have this T that goes in here. I'm going to make my own valve and things. I'll explain a little more as I go, but let's get started and we'll just go from there, and hopefully you guys can see. I apologize for the other day's video. I didn't have the camera centered right. This one is kind of crooked. I need to put a my ground here is unlevel, and I apologize once again, and we'll just go from there, and hopefully you guys will come along for the ride. I'm going to try to recenter you a little bit, and just give me a few minutes and we'll go from there. All right, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get a tape and try to measure this up, get it where I think it needs to be, and we'll just go from there. So hang on a minute. Okay, hopefully this will work with a fully charged battery, and I moved you a little closer. Hopefully you could see. Alrighty, I'm kind of impressed with them hole saws. And all I was going to do is slip this up through. That's what I'm wanting. And I don't know whether or not to clean. I may clean that hole a little bit. You know what? I could just tack that so it'll hold. The hole's a little bit bigger than I wanted, but it'll work for. I just don't want to booger these threads up when I'm welding. But that's the idea there. This will come down. You'll have your hose, and I haven't decided if I'm going to make this a clean out or how I'm going to do it, but we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. Alrighty. Okay guys, I wanted to show you, I messed up just a little bit here. I don't know if you hear an echo or whatever, but what had happened was my plate here moved a little bit, which I'm not too worried about it. I was hoping to keep it straight. I was gonna put some other metal in here to keep that flush, but I think it'll be all right with my sand and stuff. And I don't know if you can see right down here at the bottom, but from the heat and stuff, it is warped a little bit. And I'm really having a hard time, and I'll take you around the back and show you my crappy weld. I don't know what the problem today is. It may be the rust on it. I've tried to clean it up the best I can. It's just one of them things. You know, this is, I know, at least 10 years old, or maybe, I don't know, 10 to 12 years old. I'd got this a while back, brought it home. We used it for a little project at work. Well, I wouldn't say a little project. We painted some machines and things. But you can see where they drilled the holes here for them conduit pieces, and I'll show you on the back side. But they had two of them in here. The way it worked, I just didn't like, as big as this tank is and that, the volume. And so, I mean, it got the job done for the project we were working on, but I've watched other people made sandblasters and things, and I think this way is going to be a lot better. I'm having so much trouble with the, and it's a thermal arc. It's a 110, 220 welder. If I had some TIG gas or whatever, I would TIG it, but you know, it's just one of them things. It's been a little bit since I've welded, and I'm not the best welder in the world. You know, I do other things pretty good, but welding's not one of my deals. But I'm gonna turn you around and let you see this crappy weld job I did. It's gonna work for what I need it. It's dirt daubed up quite a bit because I had burned through the weld. It's not very thin, or the metal is very thin, and I think the rust and stuff, you know, I cleaned it up pretty good, but between the rust and the cutting fluid, I think it was just my welding rod wasn't sticking very well. And I know I'm making excuses, but I think it's going to work for what I need it for, and we'll just go from there, and I'll show you every little stage as much as possible. Sun's in my eyes, but I'm going to turn you around. And you can see right in here is where I kind of burned through, so I just kind of build up. I was using 6011, and I switched my rod. I don't remember what it was. I switched to a smaller rod that I had, went and bought some. Overall, it turned out pretty good, and I think my wire feed, I could probably come back over this, but no more than what I'm going to use this sandblast cabinet. I think it'll be just fine. Nobody's ever going to see that except me and know that, you know, I screwed it up a little bit. It's just one of them things. This is the piece that I was telling you about. I don't know if you guys had seen it, but maybe I can get you up a little closer. That's where they had the hose coming in, and then they drilled a hole to pull the sand and stuff through. I don't know the method of their madness. This was also part of it. They had it crisscrossed. I don't know if I can get this to where y'all can see without making you. I think it was something like that. I'm not real sure. A couple of guys at the previous place I worked was the ones that come up with it. I researched, you know, looking into this. There's a guy that even makes these. You can buy the adapter and everything, but I'm going to make it myself. I don't see a problem. I think instead of trying to weld, because you can see how thin that is, and I may do it with my wire feed. My wire feed, I know I can, but I may just stick a screw in there with a nut on it and call it good. You know, I just got to plug them holes up. I'm afraid that, you know, I might burn. As thin as this metal is, I didn't realize it was that thin with, you know, it's sitting out here and it's had dirt and stuff in it. But overall, I think I've done pretty good. It's just one of them things that when you start a project like this, you think it was a good idea, but like I said, I don't think I've really went too wrong on it. The inside part of it, I'm disappointed in. You know, that it turned on me because, you know, the way I got to weld it and everything. I was going to make a plate for it at work, a stainless steel plate, to where it just fit right over that other one. We had the dimensions and everything of the other plate, and now, you know, it's a little cockeyed and stuff. So no big deal. I'll keep you informed. I'm probably gonna go ahead and drill the holes here, so I'm gonna shut the camera off for a minute, and we'll get back to drilling the holes and things here in a little bit. Okay guys, I'm at a dilemma right now. The sandblast cabinet on the bottom, I guess because water and stuff had set in there so long, from me welding and stuff with it, it just, I can't keep heat on it very long or it wants to burn through. I think is what I'm going to do is I'm going to regroup here, probably call this video non-success, but that's part of when you're fabricating things and when you're doing stuff, what I call like home projects and things. Sometimes you fail at things and you just got to regroup and turn around and start over a little bit and just and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm not really happy that I've went a long ways. It's starting to get dark. I started this earlier this morning. It's just not working out. I've spot welded it. The welds look like crap. It's just not working. So what I think I'm going to do, and let me turn you around here. As you can see, I've burned through it several spots. You know, this was starting to rust around here. I cleaned it up the best I could. But what I think I'm going to do is try to grind all this down in through here. I'm going to make me a stainless steel plate at work and bring this thickness out. The rest of this cabinet is good. I welded down here a spot to fill in a hole, and it was fine. So I know the upper metal here is fine, but I think because there's water set in here and stuff, and you could see, I don't know if you can look at it, it's not focusing for me, but you could see along through here how it has started to rust, and it's just very thin. And you get that with old cars and things when you're working with it, and sometimes you just got to regroup. Like I said, this is just looks like crap. It's junk. I'm going to cut a plate as wide as this, and I think once I get up into this metal, I can tack it enough to where it'll work. The main thing is just keeping the sand in the cabinet. I'm going to put it in my shed. I should have never left it out here in the weather, but that's just part of it. You live and learn. I should have, you know, maybe drilled a drain hole in it so the water and stuff, but hindsight's 20/20. Like I said, I'm going to regroup today. We're going to start over. I'm going to grind all this down. And it's just one of them epic fails. I've let the metal cool off and on. I'd tack it for a little while and then come back and tack it. Let me show you what else I'd been working on in between that. It's kind of an anvil that I'd had started. I'd started at work. We'd cut a piece of stainless off of one of our mixers at work. The motor base on it had cracked and busted, and it was a huge motor, and you can't imagine how when this pin broke, and thank goodness nobody got hurt, it spun the motor around and it basically hit the floor. Like I said, there was a person standing there. It just barely missed him. Me personally, I'd have probably crapped my pants, but you know, I don't think he even realized it. We went back on video and kind of watched it, and anyway, this is part of the anvil and things from, or excuse me, one of the pins that held the support for it, and we had to cut it off, and the guys was giving me a hard time why I was wanting to keep it, and I had this in mind. So let me turn you around. I'm making an anvil, and I don't know if you could see, the weld's kind of pretty crappy. I've welded it to this is going to be my anvil, and then I'm going to use this for like shaping and what have you. It's an old header plug that I had. I'm trying to just tack it along a little bit so I don't get it hot and burn through that, because the metal up in through here, I don't know if you can see it, is fairly thick, but it's still hollow back at this point. And like I said, I'm just going to use this for shaping and stuff. You know, it's just an old metal and stuff that I collected from work, and I've been kind of wanting to make me a little anvil that I can beat on, and I'm going to polish this up, you know, start out with 80 or probably 40 and then 80 and then on up, and just try to get this as polished as I can. But you know, that's the other thing I've been working on today. But I've been going back and forth. I think I'm going to call it a day. It's just seems like anything that I've tried to weld or do today has just turned to poop. Put it that way. It's just one of them days. You have good days and bad days, and this is one of them that it seems like anything that I've touched or done really hasn't worked out. It just seems like a waste of a day. You know, I'm out here enjoying the weather, about 49, 48 degrees, something like that. But, you know, we'll just chalk it up for a day well spent off, and hopefully you guys will watch my videos, like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button down below. Like I said, I'm working on trying to get a few more subscribers. I like to at least get 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully when I start the 48 project. I've got another project that I'm gonna try this week to get with the person. May take a day off and see, you know, if they might be interested in maybe working with me so I can get this other project. I don't want to really go into detail, because every time I do, the project never works out, or you know, somebody goes and buys it ahead of me. So you know, once again, like, share, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next video.